Hey yo, what's good? It's your favorite Straw Hat Nico, talking about One Piece episode 799. The key points this time is Sanji now knows tomorrow he's gonna have the engagement party with Pudding, and his brothers Ichiji and Niji are coming over, and he doesn't like them, but he has no choice about what's gonna happen pretty soon. And based on everything we're seeing, Reiji's doing this because she said she's a good older sister. But Sanji's like, nah, something's up. Stop playing with me. Also, we saw Cracker in his true form. So it turns out everything Cracker's been doing is just a great finesse. As soon as he claps his hands, he can make biscuits. And he says he hates pain and shots. So instead of fighting for himself, he just claps and boom, uses biscuit soldiers to fight for him. Luffy used Gear 4th because he knew he had no other choice. And the funny thing is, yes, it was a tough fight, but it seemed like it's just getting started. Because what Cracker is saying is, essentially, he can make anything into biscuits and he can do it infinitely. So is he saying he's awakened? Maybe. We're gonna find out when we find out. Another thing, Nami wants to help Luffy fight Cracker, so she's going to use the homies, she's saying. And she knows the homies cannot fight against Lola's Viva card, so she has a perfect opportunity to help her boy out. Won't be easy, but she has to make a move ASAP. Hold the Rocky. Brook and Pedro are trying to find out the best way possible to sneak into Big Mom's chateau. But it's not going to be easy, but they thought of an idea they can use one of the biscuit soldiers over there in Sweet City. It's going to be sensational to say the least. Nothing that happened. Chopper and Carrot are trapped in the mirror world, and they have a random chain around their ankles. Don't know why, but it's there. And it seems like Chopper is planning something low-key, because he said, let's look at the mirrors. So they have a chance now to make some moves. Just gotta execute ASAP Holds Rocky, because the wedding is tomorrow. That means Luffy has to finish the fight with Cracker as soon as possible and just end it. This episode right here, it really did flow. A lot of stuff has happened, but it all flowed perfectly together. We saw basically everything we need to see. We saw what happened to Nami and Pound. We saw what happened to Chopper and Carrot. We saw what happened between Luffy and Cracker, and look at our boy Sanji. I like about One Piece so much. It knows how to balance out all the situations because they all happen simultaneously, but it's not overwhelming you with one. And you see a major key alert, you're like, ooh, didn't see that coming. And it was really funny this episode, seeing everything play out, because Chopper was telling Carrot, listen, it doesn't matter if you have a weight on your foot. It looks like there's a ball and chain on their foot. Just keep moving. And then Chopper started struggling when Carrot was actually making major gains. Also, with the Sanji thing, he saw this random butterfly and it then went up to the moon. Is that foreshadowing? Can't even tell. And based on the flashback Sanji had when he heard Ichiji, Niji, you could tell those are not his favorite people in the world, because remembering how he used to beat him up, all that stuff. Judge was making a face like, bro, I see you struggling, but I don't care, in Sanji's flashback. So I understand how Sanji feels. He's in the worst position possible. He can't do anything. If he tries to leave, the handcuffs will explode. If he actually stays, he'll be miserable. How can he actually win a situation? He can't run away, and the wedding is tomorrow. But hey, he has to do something, or else his friends will suffer. And his friends are doing everything just to get him back, risking their own lives. But it makes a lot of sense why they're doing it the way they do. The Luffy and Cracker fight, wow, I knew it was amazing, but seeing it animated, it truly is something else. So yes, Cracker is strong, but Luffy is also strong. And the thing is, we could easily tell Cracker probably has better hockey than Luffy, because when Cracker's true form popped up, he cut Luffy despite him being Gear 4th, which means his hockey should be more concentrated. But that's some crazy stuff right there. That sword did not look like it had hockey imbued in it, but maybe the way hockey works, right? You don't always have to harden it to use your hockey. And remember, when people use it on weapons, especially in the pre-time skip, they didn't always show, okay, armor hockey, harden it, there you go. They didn't always harden it so you could actually see. They can use it, but it just looked like a regular weapon. That's what I remember. And the whole conversation between Luffy and Cracker was truly sensational, to say the least. You could tell that both sides was like, look, we can't risk the L. Someone has to lose, but this ain't gonna be an easy fight. Because Cracker, based on how he's fighting, he knows that, look, I can't play around with Straw Hat Luffy. If I mess this up, he could stop the wedding. And Luffy knows if he loses, they could probably never see Sanji again, and they'll lose their chance to stop the actual wedding. So both sides have high stakes to maintain. And look, it's about to become day soon, and the funny thing is, no homie can even do anything, because Nami's there with Lola's Viva card, and the ones that are there around Cracker, they're super scared of Cracker, so they can't do anything either. All they can really do is just block off Luffy's way so he can get out the forest. Because remember in one scene, all of them were running like, bro, we gotta dip. We're not staying around Cracker. It's too risky. But then the little sunflower was like, look, y'all know our job. We have to make sure no one leaves the forest. So don't run too far away. Just block out his way. That was crazy, but made a lot of sense because think about it. The homies getting beat up by Cracker despite them being on the same side. And because they fear him, it seems like they just see this man walk past them, they'll pass out from fear and die. So things are very interesting for both sides in general. So how this all ends up is going to be, a funny story to say the least. The fun factor was there. I actually enjoyed this episode a lot. The jokes were timed perfectly because at first I was like, okay, Brooke and Paige gonna get caught up real quick like Nestle. They got so lucky because a biscuit soldier, all he did was pick up a piece of candy in the same alley they were in. I thought he saw him, but he was totally wrong about it. I found it funny also, think about this. There's homies in two directions. One on Nami's side, and they're like, okay, so what are we gonna do? Randolph tried to run away with the screen, but Nami's like, where are you going? You ain't going nowhere. Stay right here. And then he was gonna lie again and said, my crane told us to leave, so I'm about to leave. Why keep doing it? It doesn't really work. But it's funny to see it all play out, to say the least. And Nami's whole face the entire time had me weak. She's like, oh, so y'all thought y'all was gonna get away. It ain't sweet. What y'all gonna do is help me help my boy Luffy. And if you don't want to, I man got this viewer card right here. What are y'all really about to do? Nothing at all. It was just a sensational episode to say the least. So here's my takeaway for this episode. This is the main reason why I like watching the anime. It does annoy me sometimes when I see people cry for a good minute, and sometimes it takes a while to actually heat up. But once it heats up, bruh, you're in there like swimwear. Because yeah, reading is amazing, but part of the experience as a One Piece fan to me is seeing certain things anime. I know a lot of people are most likely gonna watch the Luffy versus Cracker fight, and they can't really see the rest of the whole case Island animated, but some may say they only want to see certain things happen. But hey, it's up to you to whatever you want to do with this series. All I'm just trying to say is that's why I like One Piece so much. I already seen half this stuff happen, but when I see animated, it's a whole different story, to say the least. But look, my score for the episode, it's a B+. I enjoyed it a lot, but I felt it ended the worst note possible. The Luffy and Cracker fight got more progress in the anime based on everything I've seen so far, but it just felt weird how it ended it. So as soon as, Luffy's about to use Gear 4th again against Cracker, he's like, listen, Mo, I got my biscuits here, you're not gonna do a single thing. And then boom, it ended. Like, bro, they could at least show Nami at least walking towards Luffy's direction or running with the homies, and I would have loved that, but hey, stuff happens. It's time to wrap things up, so do your boy a favor. King Kong gun the like button. Subscribe for more content like this. Also, share your favorite social media so I can expand my Straw Hat fleet one day at a time. If you want to back me financially, I got a Patreon, check it out, link in the description below. I also got a Discord and a Twitter, so you know what to do. Check those out. ASAP Hold the Rocky. Thanks so much for watching. Also check out my playlist for all my One Piece content if you want some more content to eat up real quick like Nestle. Because remember, I can say so much more, but my crew needs me.